Cary Vance here in Miami at the Fountain Blue. It's Miami Music Week, One Music Ave and RadioRd with Forrester. How are you guys?
Sir, doing great. How are you?
Having fun. Appreciate you coming by RadioRd. You guys having a good time meeting with the radio stations?
Yes, sir. It's been a lot of fun. A lot of good personalities here. I'd love to talk about the project, get to know you guys a little bit. It's been amazing.
So tell us a little bit about your current song.
Which one? The latest one?
The latest one, yeah.
Well, we released a track called All I Need, and that we just got nominated for an EDM award for, and we just played that set over the pool right there, and that was pretty incredible. So, yeah. Yeah, it's a bit dancey. You know, we did 2 headline tours this past year, and we kind of figured that we wanted to make something a little more energetic for those live shows. And All I Need is kind of what came from that. It's inspiration.
And what's in the works for you guys? You have a couple of songs lined up. Anything that you can talk about?
We do, yes. We've been working on a lot of music the past couple months. I've got a single coming out in like 5 weeks probably called Chemicals, leading a little bit more in like the indie dance realm. So excited for that and good to be back on the road playing shows.
So you mentioned indie dance. What were some of your, artists that you loved growing up to, listening to, inspirations?
Well, I think Skrillex was the guy that got me into production, and they have their friends. I love Skrillex, love the beachy, the melodic side and the heavy stuff. Like I loved all of dance music growing up, and then Bon Iver on the songwriting side, who I learned from Xander and who he was, but dude's a legend. So we've kind of found a middle ground between like the heavier dance stuff and more emotional folk stuff to create the Forrester project.
So where does the Forrester name come from?
Great question. The music originally started as, the inspiration behind it was the healing properties from nature and about being out in nature. And then our first album with Palm Tree Records, we wrote up in Xander's cabin in Mammoth, which is by Yosemite over there. So it kind of just made sense. A friend recommended the name, and, we wrote the music in Forrester. Wow.
I was gonna say, all of a sudden, I'm picturing like mounted police, with the Smokey the Bear and all that kind of stuff. So we're here in Miami, big week for music, for dance music. A lot of young people wanting to make it in the music business here. What's a piece of advice that Forrester would give?
Do what you love. Like, make music because you love it, and make the sounds that you love. Because it's a long game, it's a long journey. And you want to be in it for the right reasons. You want to, 10 years down the line, be like, oh, this is something that I've loved and it's fed me, it's fed my soul. And then be proud of what you did. Yeah, and I said this earlier, I think being kind to everyone is really important. Something that I'm learning along the way as well.
That's great. Great advice. So before we wrap here on RadioRd, I do something with artists called Cary's Quickies, where we try to give your fans a chance to get to know you better. And maybe you guys will get to know each other a little better. So since there's 2 of you, we'll ask you to shout out your answers at the exact same time, right? We'll see if you're on the same wavelength or not. Hot or cold?
Hot.
Hey, look at
that. I was going to say hot, but I like right now I want to be cold.
Fast or slow?
Fast.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Well, I think people run around and go about life a little too fast these days. I think it's important to slow down and reflect sometimes. I'm a slow guy. Yeah, my mind went to driving immediately, and I like to just get someplace, In that case, I don't want to wait in traffic.
So what's the fastest you've driven a car?
Oh, I think I've definitely maxed out my car, like 121 to endpoint, right hand.
Mashed potato, baked potato, or French fry?
Mashed potato, baked potato.
Pool or ocean? Hard or soft?
Hard.
What are we talking about?
I was thinking about beds. And I'm thinking about being bricked up, but,
Before you go to sleep at night, you reading a book or you watching TV?
Reading a book.
Fact or fiction?
Fact.
Reality or comedy?
Comedy.
Recreational or medicinal?
Medicinal. Recreation.
Sweet, sour, or salty? Something breaks in your house. Are you fixing it or hiring somebody?
Thanks.
Plush or firm?
Posh.
What's the last song you sang in the shower?
Our new single, chemicals. Roxanne by the Police.
You care to do a rendition?
This is why he doesn't sing on it.
Forrester, thank you so much.